Tensions among ARMY have reached a peak after shocking news spread that Kim Taehyung, or V, was allegedly hidden by HYBE during an important practice session attended only by Jungkook. Is this just a mere coincidence, or is there a grand scenario deliberately crafted by the agency? The public now faces a mystery that sparks heated debates across all social media platforms. Why did a central figure like Taehyung suddenly disappear from the series of activities? And why was Jungkook seen practicing alone without his closest friend? A short clip circulating among fans shows Jungkook in the practice room with a serious expression, with no sign of Taehyung's presence around him. For some, this is just an ordinary behind-the-scenes moment, but for sharp-eyed ARMY, this situation raises more questions than answers. Did HYBE deliberately separate the two members? Or is there an internal issue being deliberately concealed? Several speculations suggest that HYBE is devising a special strategy for upcoming agendas, requiring Taehyung to stay out of public view for a while. However, another more controversial theory suggests that this decision is not merely strategic, but part of an effort to separate the dynamic between Jungkook and Taehyung, who have been known to be very close. If that's true, then what reason could be strong enough for the agency to take such a bold step? The fact that Jungkook was seen practicing alone has fueled fans' belief that something bigger is happening behind the scenes. Some ARMY have even pointed out that during that practice session, there wasn't a single clip or photo showing Taehyung's presence, even though they were often seen together in similar activities before. Is this merely a coincidence, or an implicit message that something is being hidden? The agency itself has yet to provide an official explanation, allowing room for speculation to run wild. ARMY has begun to wonder, is this the beginning of a major shift in BTS's management? Or is this part of a more complex agenda deliberately kept from the public eye? Tensions rose further when fans linked Taehyung's absence to several previous hints. In one interview, Taehyung once said that there are things he cannot share with the public even though he really wants to. This statement, which at the time seemed ordinary, is now being reanalyzed and has sparked many new interpretations. Was Taehyung referring to internal conflicts that are now beginning to show their impact? On the other hand, Jungkook's expression in the practice video gives a deeper impression. Many observed that his face looked serious, even almost gloomy. Is he struggling because he has to practice without the partner who has always supported him? Or is Jungkook trying to cover up something he himself cannot reveal to the public? Another equally shocking speculation comes from South Korean entertainment industry observers, who noted that phenomena like this are not new. Several major agencies often separate idol members to prepare secret agendas or maintain the group's public image balance. However, in the case of Taehyung and Jungkook, fans feel this move is odd considering they are two of BTS's most popular figures. Why separate them? As time passes, this mystery only deepens. ARMY is now divided into two camps, those who believe this is all part of a grand plan to be explained later, and those who feel there is a hidden conspiracy that must be uncovered immediately. Both sides are equally demanding that the relevant parties provide a more transparent explanation, but so far, HYBE remains silent. No statements, no clarifications, as if this silence is deliberately maintained to prolong public tension. Is this a strategy to sustain enthusiasm for upcoming projects, or a sign that there is indeed a serious issue that cannot be disclosed? The big question now hangs in the air. Is Taehyung really being hidden by HYBE? And if so, what is the reason? Is Jungkook truly forced to practice alone due to internal policies? Or is there a more sensitive personal reason behind it all? ARMY Worldwide continues to closely watch every move of the two idols, searching for even the smallest clues that could explain this situation. But one thing is certain, this mystery has yet to be unraveled, and with every passing second, public curiosity grows even more intense. Jungkook's solitary presence in the practice room without Taehyung has triggered unstoppable unease among ARMY. Many are wondering, is this an early signal of an internal dynamic deliberately orchestrated by the agency? Or is this just a coincidence exaggerated by fans? The situation heated up further as clips from TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter showed Jungkook practicing with high intensity, yet there wasn't a single sign of Taehyung's presence. Why did a central figure like V suddenly disappear from their practice narrative? Is this a grand strategy being played behind the scenes? Or are we witnessing clever media manipulation? This phenomenon invites fierce debates. Some fans insist that HYBE is preparing a major surprise, requiring Taehyung to stay out of the public eye for now. However, others suspect the agency is trying to separate the two idols for certain purposes. If so, what exactly is the motive behind all this? Was the decision driven by professional considerations? Or are their personal dynamics deliberately hidden from public view? Furthermore, we must ask, is the information circulating now an accurate reflection of BTS's internal situation? Or is it merely a constructed narrative designed to stir sensation? We must remember, the social media era allows everything to go viral in seconds, regardless of whether the information is true or not. So, could the circulating clips of Jungkook's practice be just a small fragment of a much more complex story? It's important to note that until now there has been no official statement from the agency explaining Taehyung's absence. This silence has further fueled suspicions, as if HYBE is letting speculation grow wild without intervention. But is this a smart marketing strategy to build public expectation? Or is there actually a serious problem that cannot be brought to light? We should also ask, is it possible that this entire discourse is the result of the collective imagination of fans who are too sensitive to every small change? Or on the contrary, could HYBE Army have actually detected early signals deliberately hidden by certain parties? In situations like this, it's hard to separate fact from perception, reality from illusions created by the media. Some fans trying to think critically stress that these clips must be analyzed carefully. They warn the public not to fall into the trap of sensationalism, which has now become a key tool in the modern entertainment industry. But what if those who remain skeptical are actually failing to see the truth right before their eyes? Are we too quick to judge this as mere strategy, while behind the scenes there may be real conflicts? These questions cannot be answered easily. Every theory that emerges in public space carries its own weight, both as a possible fact and as a potential hoax. However, one thing that cannot be ignored is its psychological impact on fans. The tension created by such rumors can sway public opinion in directions that may not reflect reality. Are we, as information consumers, wise enough to discern what can be trusted and what should be doubted? In this digital era, a small issue can explode into a global debate within hours. We see how a short video of Jungkook practicing alone has become the center of attention, triggering thousands of conspiracy theories spread across various social media platforms. But is there any guarantee that all the circulating narratives truly reflect the actual conditions? Or is this just a fabrication designed to test fans' loyalty and emotions? Thus, deeper reflection is needed. Are we witnessing a brilliant promotional strategy? Or are we being pulled into a cunning manipulation? Is Taehyung really being hidden? Or could he have chosen not to appear for reasons we don't yet know? And furthermore, is HYBE as an agency truly playing a crucial role in shaping public perception? Or is this just the result of natural dynamics within a large group? We invite readers to contemplate all these possibilities with full awareness. Is this event real? Or merely a series of narratives deliberately crafted to provoke our emotions? Have we been critical enough in digesting information, or are we becoming victims of a misleading information flow? The truth about Taehyung's absence from Jungkook's practice session remains a mystery to this day. However, one thing is certain, the public must not be passive in responding to all circulating information. We remind you, all the data we obtained came from various media such as TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and several other channels. The truth of this information still needs to be verified further, so we encourage readers to remain skeptical and reflective before drawing conclusions. As a concerned army, do you truly believe all this is part of HYBE's grand plan? Or do you think this is just sensational news twisted to grab public attention? What if there's actually nothing being hidden, and we're simply victims of our own expectations of Taehyung and Jungkook's relationship? Amidst the heavy flow of biased information, we face a major dilemma: to trust what we see, or to keep questioning the truth behind the scenes. All the answers lie in our hands, but what's more important is to remain aware and not get swept away in euphoria or speculation that may not be grounded. Now is the time to ask ourselves, Are we witnessing a fact, or are we being deceived by illusions created by the modern entertainment industry?